Hello, my name's Christopher. Today I'm going to show you how to install a TP-Link Omada Controller on Casa OS. Now, this was suggested by a viewer, and I did let the viewer know that I don't have TP-Link Omada set up or anything like that. So I can only show you how to install the controller. So that's what I'll be doing today. So a little bit about this series, I'm going over home labs and installing things, getting things set up, everything like that. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And let's get started. So I'm going to start on the Big Bear Video Assets. There will be a link down in the description to get to this. So I'm going to go into how to install TP-Link Omada on Casa OS. And then I'm going to go to Docker Compose Omada right here. Okay, this is a Docker Compose version 3 being used. The list of services is Omada Controller down here. And then the name, the container, Omada Controller. We're getting the image from M. Bentley, Omada Controller, and 5.9. And then policy to apply when the container exits. So if you want to stop this container for any reason, or not to restart, but if it fails for any reason, it will try to restart. So we're going to put limits on resources and file open descriptors right here. And then a soft limit and a hard limit. Amount of time to wait for the container to stop before killing it is 60 seconds. Using the host networking stack. So we're going to use the network mode of host. So it runs directly on the host, and there's no need to port forward or anything, or map ports or anything. They're already mapped by what's in this Docker container. So we're going to set some environment variables, and then the management portal HPS and HP right here. And then we're going to bind some volumes. So data, app data, TP-Link Omada Controller, and then data, and that's in the host side. And then on the container side is opt TP-Link EAP controller, and then data. You can't change the containers mapping, but you can change the host mapping if you'd like. And then data, app data, TP-Link Omada Controller, and then logs. This is where the logs will be. And then opt TP-Link EAP controller, logs, and that's on the container side. So you can change the host side, don't change the container side. Okay, now I'm going to go up here to copy raw file, and then I'm going to go over to my Casa OS and get this installed. So I'm going to start on the Casa OS dashboard, and I'm going to need to import the Docker Compose. So I'm going to go to App Store now. Going to go up to custom install right here. Then I'm going to go to import, because we're importing the Docker Compose inside of it. So now we're going to put in the text area right here. We're going to paste in what we copied over in Big Bear Video Assets. This looks good, so I'm going to submit now. I'm going to say OK. Okay, now we're going to give it a title. So TP-Link Omada. And now I'm going to give it an icon URL. So I'm going to go over to Big Bear Video Assets. I'm going to go to TP-Link Omada Controller icon right here. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to go ahead and go over to Casa OS again. Put it in. Then we have a nice little icon right here. So here I'm going to need to put a port in. So I'm going to go down here to 8088. So now I'm putting it in here, and then I'm going to check if the volumes are right and they look right. So now just make sure everything else is right. So it looks right. So now I'm going to say install down here. This is downloading it off of the image to where the image is hosted. So that'd be Docker Hub. And then I'm going to continue in background. And you can see it starting right here. You can also see the system stats over here to where it's 98% CPU and 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% 53% This takes a bit on looking for a newer image. Okay, now looks like it's up. Okay, so on the TP-Link Omada, it looks like it's up and running now. So here's the options. Open. You can put your own tips in, like you can write in here your own tips. I don't know what I wrote there. And then it saves it, and then you can go back in it, and you can see that. Oh, I didn't press the little thing. Okay, now it's saved, and you can go back in it, and you can see that what you wrote in there. You can go to settings. You can go to Docker image right here. You can see that that's one you've installed. You can see all the information, and you can edit it and then save. You can't edit the tag. You would have to uninstall this and reinstall it to edit the tag version number. You can come up here to terminal and logs to where you can see the logs and terminal to access it. This is great for debugging. And then export Docker Compose right here. So this will export all the info right here into a Docker Compose file. And then exit. Now you can go down here and you can check for updates for the current tag it's on. It will not check for a newer tag. So it'll check only for the current tag. And then now uninstall, restart, and power off and on. So now I'm going to set up the UI. So I'm going to go open it. And if you get a self-signed certificate error, you just advance and then proceed. And then now, welcome to use Omada Controller. Let's get started. I'm going to put administrator name in. So I'm going to put Big Bear. I'm going to put a password in. And you're going to need to remember this. So now I'm going to not do cloud access. I'm going to accept the terms and services and privacy policy. Now I'm going to say next down here, bottom right. Now I'm going to say config new setup. You can restore from backup if you have one. So now I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave this the same, but you can change this if you like. Now I'm going to next. I'm going to put a site name in. So Big Bear site. Okay, now I'm going to put a device account. So I'm going to put Big Bear, and then I'm going to put password in. I think I spelled that wrong. Okay, now I'm going to go down here to home, and then I'm going to say next. And then configure devices. There's no devices to configure because I don't have Omada, but I'm showing you how to install this. So now I'm going to next. And then I'm going to do next. And then I'm going to set up an SSID. So I'm going to do Big Bear WAN. Okay, now I'm going to put a password in for the SSID. Okay, you can set up a guest network if you'd like. I'm going to say next. And then there you go. I'm going to finish. And now we can put our administrator name in. So I'm going to put Big Bear. And then I'm going to put my password in. And then log in. There we go. I'm logged in now. So it gives you this little cool prompt to go through and you can learn how it works. And then tutorial finished. And it's starting to configure your network. So here we go. We're in it. And it's running off your Casa OS. You can go into different things and you can see it. Kind of reminds me of Unify. But looks pretty neat. You can go through maps, devices, insights, logs, tools. You can ping an IP address. So let's just run it. Oops. Let's just put a packet size in. Let's do 1. And then source. Oop, you can't do it because there's no devices. But there you go. And then reports. You can see that there's a lot of cool info in here. So I don't have Omada, so I can't show you everything. But I got this installed on Casa OS. So there you go. So I just showed you step by step on how to get TP-Link Omada Controller running on Casa OS. This made it to where you can manage your devices that are in your Omada network. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, comment, like, and support the channel. And if you have any video suggestions or you need support, you can go in the Big Bear community and join our Discord. So stay tuned for more.